I'm just waiting for the people to join because something happened with my live, and I think that my Wi-Fi disconnected or something. Um, Hello, mom. I'm just checking if everything works, and I got annoyed that this actually that something happened with the live. I'm not sure what happened, but I hope that all of you who are watching. I'm not sure why. What exactly is wrong? You hear me and see me properly, or something is definitely wrong? Oh, I really want to finish this. I really want to do this makeup. Hi, Bernard. Okay, do you hear me and see me properly? And do you see the drawing properly? Something happened, and something happened with my life. I'm not sure what, but I think that's my Wi-Fi went off, and that's why I had to make another one. And I hope that now you can see the the drawing and everything else. Yes, everything is fine. Oh my god, that's very great. Thank you. I truly hope that people who are watching it before will get the notification again for this live. I hope, since this one went off, unfortunately. And I honestly believe that that's because of my Wi-Fi. But never mind. We can still continue with this, since unfortunately the previous one, something happened with the previous one. But okay, my mother, she's telling me that it's okay. All right, that's very good. So I can continue with the drawing, and I truly hope that other people will be able to join as well and see the other live. I cannot believe that I just lost it. I lost the connection and I wasn't able to restore it, so I had to restore the whole Wi-Fi, and that's when it stopped, unfortunately, but it's fine. So I'm using the 20% high cast plays. Oh my god, thank you. That's great. That's great that you managed to find the other live, because apparently something was wrong with my connection. So I love everything you do. Thank you very much. I really, really appreciate that so much. And I'm very happy that you were able to find this live again. I hope that people will get like the notification that I made another live, so they will join again. Yeah, let's hope. Just use the 50% of warm gray to kind of finish this part of the nose. I was really excited to finish this, and I cannot believe that I lost the connection, but it is what it is. Things like that can happen, so it's fine. Just using the 90% of warm gray to kind of go on that very dark shade. You're gorgeous, Thomas Kaufman. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. And thank you so much for joining in as well. I really appreciate that. So we can see like this is the part where her cheek is. So we're using that part. We're using the 50% of warm gray as the base for this part. And also the base for the part underneath her nose. Okay. And we'll do some darker parts onto this part here, which is we're gonna use with the 70% of warm gray, like just the endings here. And then we're gonna just limit this part where this darker part should be, like that. You're welcome, love your art. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your kind comments so much. I am trying my best to get some very nice drawings and to make something nice. Okay, the people are coming back. I'm so happy for it. Oh my god. Something happened with the connection and I lost it. I'm using the 50% now here. I'm just gonna use across this 50% as well. Okay, people are starting to come back. I'm very happy. Hello guys again. Sorry for disappearing. I disappeared because my connection was just stopped for some reason. I'm using the 10% of warm gray. Don't worry, most important is that you are back. Oh yes, definitely the most important thing is that I'm back. I was so looking forward to working on this makeup and I cannot wait to see like how this will turn out in the end, and all of a sudden like it stopped, so I was like, I really want to get back. So I'm happy, I'm very happy that I'm back. I'm very happy that you're here. So excited for this makeup. Just kind of connect the part like where the dark part is and the rest of the colors like that, like the darker part. You can work a bit with just a bit here, like it's a bit darker even here. So we're gonna work with the 50% and then we're gonna work with our 20% here just to make it a bit darker. I'm gonna go over with my 20% so I can just like blend these two parts. I'm gonna go back with my 70%. Just work a bit more on these parts. I'm gonna, with the 10%, I'm just gonna limit this part here and kind of blend the parts in between. Here. And then with the 50%, we're just gonna make it like, I'm gonna smudge it a bit, like in between. I'm gonna make it a bit messy. So we can work with our 10% to kind of blend that again. Blend the edges as much as you can. Just so they can be like to have that effect of like the smudging. Like that, because this part is gonna be darker, like so much darker than that. And this part is a bit lighter, so we're gonna work like a bit, we're gonna have a bit lighter part here. Move. I think that this makeup is gonna go faster than the whole, just having some small bits and pieces here. I think that it's gonna go a bit faster than the skin tone and the rest of the face. And then I think that the hair is gonna go like the fastest. I think you're the best. Thank you so much, Chaos Plays. I really appreciate that. Like, I'm very happy that I have such kind supporters like you are all, guys. Like, it's really, I'm very grateful. I don't even know what I was saying in my previous live. I got so confused that I have no idea what I was speaking and I was saying. Gerald Garcia, you're amazing, girl. Keep it up. Thank you so much to Gerald. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much, and welcome to this live. I'm very happy that you're watching it and that you're here. And thank you so much for your kind words. I really appreciate that. You're amazing. Can't wait to see it finished. Yeah, me as well. Like I'm really excited for this drawing, and I'm always excited for my drawings. Like whenever I start something, like I always get excited. Like it's really important to be in the present moment, like while you're drawing and while you're like to be focused on what you're actually doing. But I cannot help myself. I'm always a bit too excited, like especially when I'm drawing something that I really like. So from time to time I get like very excited, And I'm very excited for this drawing as well. Like I'm really interested like to see how this drawing will turn out in the end. This is actually darker. I think that people are coming back. They're realizing that something was very wrong with the first one. My Wi-Fi is very bad. Sorry if I don't comment on your beautiful art. Yeah, my Wi-Fi apparently got bad as well. That's why like the previous one stopped. So I completely understand that like glitches and things can happen, and unfortunately it happened here. But I mean it's fine because you all managed to find this video again. So like that's very great. I will work a bit with the 50% of warm gray in this part here. And the way here, and then the 70, sorry. 70% will go somewhere here, so it can get like a bit darker. And then we'll try to connect these two parts. And also to kind of blend this part a bit more, gonna make it a bit lighter even, so this could be connected more properly. We'll make that a bit darker. Can you please tell me what type of color pencils you have so I can save up for them? Of course, I'm having actually I have three brands, but if you are a beginner, I would definitely recommend you to get the Prismacolor Premier. So these are like the best, especially for the beginners, like these are the best colored pencils. I was working and I was studying a lot with them, and they made my life so much easier. Um, so I would definitely recommend you to work with the Prismacolor Premier, and they're like I think the cheapest brand from all three that I have. So I would definitely say that you could go with these colored pencils. I wish I had your knowledge. I'm a tattoo apprentice. I need you to teach me. Well, I'd be the best tattooist. Hi, Thomas Kaufman. Thank you so much, and thank you for joining this live. And as for the tutorials, I have the tutorials on my Patreon page. So if you're interested, I'm having like this basically. It's a real-time drawing tutorial. So I'm like uploading there every week, and I would start uploading there. I had a bit of difficulties for the past few months, so I wasn't that active on my my Patreon page, but you have around 50 real-time tutorials on my Patreon page. So then that like you can get access to them for like $5 per month and $8 per month, and you basically get access to all the lives like this, like all the real-time drawing tutorials. that I uploaded there so far. So you can basically learn, you get the scan sketch, you get the reference photo, and you can basically work on every drawing like step by step and bit by bit with me. So if you're really interested, like you can go to my Patreon. I think that I have it here on my, yeah, on my live. I have it, like you can check it out and you can definitely see if that's something that you are interested in. I think that can help a lot of people actually. And I have I have some students there. They've been like really they've been wonderful. Like on Patreon page I have a wonderful community. So and they've been so supportive and like they understood the reasons why I wasn't active for the past couple of months. Unmask Art. Greetings Mima. Hi Unmask Art. Um Guys, Unmask Art is a master of colored pencils. Like, please check him out. He is an amazing. Just like search on um, on YouTube or basically on Google, like Unmask Art. Like, he is an amazing artist. He's a master of colored pencils. Like, definitely. And I love your work and thank you so much for joining. Wow, I didn't know that. Um, I popped out maybe on your homepage or something like that. Like, this is incredible. Um, and welcome to this live. You are too kind. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining. Like, this is really amazing. You're welcome. You're more than welcome. And it's a very nice thing. I'll definitely be doing that. Thank you. Definitely. You're welcome. That's something that, and of course, I mean, I'm always there, like helping people. So, like, whatever you need, I will be able to help you out there. And yeah, it's definitely something that you guys should check out if you want to progress when it comes to your art. I will be very active on my Patreon page. And like from the month of November, I had to take some time off because I was moving from a country to country and I moved like I changed for this year I changed 3 countries, which was like very stressful for me, and then I ended up like having to renovate the place, and that happened like that was all like from the movies. Like you cannot believe what kind of stress I had and what kind of situations I had in my house that I supposed to renovate so I can live and work and create my space so I can work. But like this is all like done now and I'm very happy and I'm very grateful that I managed to get everything done so I can just sit and work. Actually, CP Magazine shared your stream, so I had to check it out. Portrait looks great. Fun subject for the season. Yeah, definitely. I wanted to do something like for the Halloween. So I made like in the description box, I put the scan sketch and reference photo. And yeah, Colored Pencils magazine, like I think that they shared the previous one, but unfortunately the Wi-Fi got bad and they stopped, like it stopped my stream, so I had to do another one. And thank you so much for the Colored Pencils magazine. Like, oh my god, I'm very happy that they shared this live and that people are actually joining and that you saw my work now because of them. Like, I have to thank them. I'll have to thank them somehow. For sharing. That really means a lot. And this is so encouraging, like seeing people joining and sharing, because this is my first live and I never did live before. So this is very, very encouraging that people are actually sharing and commenting and joining the live. It's so nice. It's so nice having a supportive community and seeing the artists that are supportive, and it's just so nice to have a supportive community. And we artists that support each other. Like I really appreciate that. Like I couldn't be more grateful seeing that, like especially a very successful artist like commenting um and supporting and everything. Like I'm just so grateful. I'm an emotional person, so like whenever I see something like this, I get like very emotional and very like this touched me a lot. Um, Nicholas is saying too small. We're here. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Like I really appreciate all of your support. And sorry, never comment. It still looks like better than beauty. Um, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Castplays, for your nice comments and for your support. It really means a lot. Congrats. I still remember my first stream. Yeah, it's like I was very nervous. I was streaming like 2 days ago. I think yeah, 2 days ago was my first stream and I was so nervous the whole day. Like I was just watching tutorials and like checking if everything is working and stressing out, and I was so nervous. Um and I even had a glitch in the beginning, like which was very funny. Like I kind of had to edit it because it was like very ridiculous. Like the sound wasn't the I got a bit of echo. I'm not sure what I know what happened. I forgot to switch off the sound from my laptop, so it could just kind of started echoing, and I got like very um like seeing this now, it's very funny, but I got so stressed out because I didn't know what's actually happening, and then I realized like, oh my god, Mima, you forgot to switch off your like the the laptop sound because I'm streaming it from there. So but yeah, I mean that like the first stream was very successful, and I'm very happy and I'm very grateful because a lot of people actually joined and commented, and they were interested in seeing like at the beginning stages of the drawing. So I'm very happy that people were joining in and commenting and everything else. I'm using the 10% of warm gray. I'm gonna work on with the white on top of it, because this part gets like wider, like the lighter and stuff. Somewhere here. And you can just blend that out. One day I will start a YouTube channel and do the best I can, all because of you. If you do that, like that would that would be such a wonderful thing. Like I started my YouTube channel just wanting to help out people and to inspire people and to motivate them as well, because I know how much I struggle with my motivation and my self-esteem. Like my self-esteem, I always thought that I wasn't good enough, and I never liked my drawings. I was so insecure in myself, and I know how much like support and motivation and like kind, even just the kind words like can help out. And like when I hear something like this, it really is telling me that I'm doing that this is something that I'm supposed to do. Like if I inspire you enough to actually like for you to start a YouTube channel and to work, and if I motivated you enough to actually do this, like this means that like that's my main goal in life, to help other people and to inspire and to motivate people. So like that would be such a dream come true. I would be your first follower, I would be your first subscriber, a number one supporter. Like I would be there from the start to support you and to guide you like through everything that you need. And in case you need some help, I would of course be there. But like reading comments like that is really, it's really so encouraging, because this is the main reason I actually started my like YouTube channel. And I never thought that my YouTube channel will start growing. As I said in the previous live, like I started because um from my Instagram, like Instagram people needed my help, so I kind of started to work on the tutorials so I can help them out. But it kind of grew without me even being able to follow it. And for me, I know that for a lot of people, like having 12,000, like I have around 12,800 followers, like they would consider me as a small channel, but for me that's such a big channel. Like I have 12,800 people who are actually following my work, and for that, like, can you imagine like 12,800 people standing in front of you and supporting your work? My god, that's a lot. And that's something very amazing. So I wouldn't consider my channel small, I would consider it very big. And I'm very grateful for all support that I got for the past um, couple of months and couple of years. It kind of all started just like falling into place, and I just started getting a lot of support, which is just amazing. And for me, it's a dream come true. Like I always wanted to make this my full-time job, and in this country, like that's very hard. In my country, it's very, very hard. Like I know a lot of artists, like there's just a few artists, and this country is big. I mean, we have like around 7 million people, but like there's just like few artists that are able to do this as a full-time job. It's very hard, and people are not that supportive when it comes to art. I'm using the 20% of warm gray here. I need to remind myself of actually saying like what I'm using, so you can guys like follow it. But like most of, like you can even see like most of the time I'm switching from like the light grays to dark ones. No one liked my art, but I will still go forward, of course. Like even if you don't like your art, like there, even if just one person likes your art, that's enough. And you always need to have that kind of self um, self criticism, like in the way that like you are. I, for example, as I already said, like I'm never satisfied with what I am doing, like, and I always find things that should have been better, or that shouldn't, like I could have done something better and I could have done something. But that is actually what makes you grow. Like, and even if there's like one person liking your work, it's still something, and it's still a lot. And you should have never um, you should never give up on your skills and on your art, because you will always have space to progress and to learn. And like there were most of the times when I didn't like my art, and if I quit back then, I wouldn't be where I am now, and I wouldn't be speaking to you now. So like that's really important, to just never give up. And even if there are some people who don't like your work, I mean, it's just a subjective way of thinking. um, there are some people who don't like my work, and it's fine. But there are, for example, you guys who are liking my work, and I'm very happy for it. So just, there are like, people have the right to choose like whether they're gonna like something or not, but that doesn't mean that your work is bad at all. It just like it's their own taste, and it's fine. um yeah, 12K is huge. It will snowball, and you'll be hanging your silver play button before you know it. Oh my god, like if I ever get a silver play button, I don't know what I would do. Like, honestly, that would be so amazing. I would make some kind of an online celebration with all of you guys, like 100 people. I would have to find a way to like 100,000 people, to contact all of them and to make a kind of an online party like for 3 days, and to meet all of you like supporters and all of the people. That would be so amazing, actually, to make an online party and to celebrate that silver play button. Like that would be amazing. You should do more live streams. I will always try to join. I will definitely start doing more live streams. I really like speaking to you, and I really like connecting with you and speaking to you guys, and this is really something that's like it's really nice. And I was very nervous in the beginning, but I eventually, like, now this is very addictive. And Naomi was right, like, even though Naomi isn't here now, I think that she will like see it after. And Naomi was definitely right, it's so addictive, like this live streaming, it's so addictive. And I will definitely do the more live streams. Chaos Plays is my channel name, and that is where I will post, but IDK if I would be good. So guys, if you are one of the people who are very supportive, just go and type Chaos Plays and have and subscribe to the channel. So whenever you start posting, like, we will be notified. And when I finish this live, I will subscribe to your channel. Because as I said, I want to be your first supporter. Whenever you start posting, whenever you feel like secured about posting and safe, like, I will forever remember you and all the things you have said to me. I'm always there to support you guys because I know how much I needed support, and I know how much I was struggling with my self-esteem, as I already said. So it's really important that we artists are sticking together and that we're supporting each other, because we always need that. Like, this is something that, like, it's never enough of that, like, never enough of each other's supports. And like, I remember um I was contacting a couple of artists, like, I was just not contacting, but I was just commenting, like on their work, and like I sent them messages, I think 2 messages, like, I really loved couple of works from, like, online, and I was just a beginner, like, I didn't know anything. And I really loved some work, and they had like a couple of thousand subscribers, like, they just had a couple of thousands, like, they didn't even have like the big channel or the big Instagram profile. And they never looked at the message, like, they had maybe 2 or 3 thousand supporters, they never looked at a message, they never responded. And I always try to respond to the people, like, no matter how big my Instagram profile is. I have around 14,000 followers on my Instagram page, and I always try to answer to the people. Like, it doesn't matter, like, if I'm big on, like, if I have a big profile on Instagram or not, like, I will always be kind to people, and whoever sends me messages, like, I always respond. So I think that's very important, to never forget that you were the beginner as well, and that you needed the support. So like, if somebody contacts you, if somebody messages you, they need support as well, because they're still in the beginning stages of their work and their drawing, so they need support, and they need a couple of kind words from you. And that for you is like a couple of minutes while you're drinking coffee or tea. You can just like sit and watch, like, and take a look of your messages, like um, messages, requests on Instagram or comments on YouTube, and just support them, because I know how much support means and how much support can actually inspire people. So for me, I would always support beginners, and I will always support young artists. I gotta go. I need to wake up early. I'll try to post of it tomorrow, and you really will be my first subscriber. I will be your first subscriber as soon as I finish this live. And have a nice night and good night, and I'll see your video tomorrow. Alright, so we can continue working on this makeup here. I'm very excited for this. So I will leave this like this for now. Sometimes I want to say a couple of words at the same time, and especially, like, since English is not my native language, sometimes it gets very hard because my brain works on my language. And then especially if I want to say something, and then, like, I have English words and, like, my native language words in my head, and then I all get like it's all confused in my head, so it's happening to me quite a lot, especially like this. I want to watch your streams. I love your work. Okay, the stream will be like still here, like all of the streams, because I think that on this stream we're gonna finish. I hope that we will be able to finish all of this, and then we're gonna, like on the other stream, which will be in 2 days, again we will do the hair. But I'm still thinking about the hair, like should we change her hair color? Like this is like a lot of black there, like there's a lot of black and grays and everything, but I kind of wanted to do her hair a bit different and a bit colory. I don't know if you saw my work on Instagram, so I like to play with colors when it comes to the hair. So if you guys have a suggestion, like what hair color should we do, just kindly let me know, because I would really like to get something else. Or maybe if we don't make a decision, we will just work on this, like it's a bit brownish, black, dark, grayish hair. It's gray because of, like, it has the gray things because of the highlights and everything, but it's fine. Okay, so we are taking the black. I'm just limiting the part where her makeup is going to be, even here on the upper part. I'm just gonna limit the parts. So because of the lighting here, like this part is darker, lighter, sorry. This part is darker because of the lighting. So we're gonna try and imitate that as much as we can, but if you are not sure, just go like with the safer version and just like go with the black and that's it. Like it's safer option, but try to play around with the grays and try to play around a bit with the grays and with the different colors. And in here as well, like we're gonna leave some spaces for this teeth kind of. And we're using the 70% of warm gray. Just gonna color it over just to have a base. See how that will turn out. And this is the 20. I'm gonna use the 50. I'm gonna use the 20%. I'll miss watching your stream when you're done. I won't be done like in the for sure for the next couple of days, and I think that's I will do another stream next week. We'll definitely do some other streams, especially in November. I want to focus a bit more on the streams and more on interacting with people. I'm using the 70% of warm gray now. And we'll use the 50%. We just made like a kind of the sharp ending of this, like the sharp edge, but I'm just gonna blend it out a bit with the white. And we're gonna use the, where is it, the 10%. I just need to sharpen it a bit more. It's so nice that I was able to come back to this live. I was so scared that like people will not be able to join again, and that like I will have some other issues and that my internet wouldn't work, so I'm very happy. Just make this a bit lighter. And then we'll go with the black again. Kind of like get these parts like even darker. That. I'm gonna combine it with the 70%. Guys, give me a suggestion for her hair color. I know that you're all thinking about it, but like I really need to see your comments about the hair color, because I cannot decide. I'm a Libra and I can never decide. I always do this like with my decisions. So like, can you please help me out a bit? Because if I start working with some colors, I would always think like, okay, maybe I should have done with another color, and like my brain will go in that direction. But can you please help me out with the hair color? At least suggest something. Like in the first one, they suggested to do like the orange and green. Then I got like the Billie Eilish hair, which is like green with the black, which is like, it makes sense. Like that's very nice. And I wanted to do a combination of the like the blue going into green and purple going into pink or something like that. So that would like really, maybe it would be good, I'm not sure. So like just comment anything when it comes to the hair, because I cannot decide. That's something I can never decide. So when it comes to these white parts, I would just like limit some parts that I can barely see now because I erased it, so I can like have the proper proper drawing. Give her the same red color as yours. Yeah, that was like suggested for me like maybe 2 or 3 times like during the last live, and I was doing like for the past few portraits I did like 2 or 3 portraits with the red, so I would really like to change something. I kind of find it like now at this point, like I find it like I really want something different and not red, like anything but red. This like working on this makeup is so nice, because even like if you smudge things like with this white, and if you like smudge stuff and like if it doesn't turn out like exactly like from the reference photo, like it's a makeup, so it's forgiven, like it's fine. So basically with this makeup you cannot make any mistakes, like you can just like relax and enjoy like working on this, and that's it. I'll just sharpen the 20% of Warren Tray, and we're already like 50 minutes on the live. I cannot believe like the time passes so quickly. I would keep it black but use blue purple for the transition. Yeah, I was actually thinking about that. I was actually really thinking about that because I thought that I could do like for the transitions I can do like either, and to combine even the blue purple but still keep it dark, because I think that it would be a nice contrast like with the face and with the black, but still kind of have that details from like for example her makeup and stuff. So but blue and purple, they're like two colors that I really like, so I thought like I might just do something like that. And this is an actual a very good suggestion because I was already thinking about it. I'm using the 70% of warm gray just to limit first these parts. I like how we artists like are thinking the same, because like that was my suggestion. I was thinking about that like on my last live, and we're mentioning it. I gotta go. My Wi-Fi is not working. Love this, and you're the best. Keep going. Hope you have a nice night or a day, and really can't wait to see your next live stream. Well, good night, Chaos Plays. Thank you so much for joining, and I see you in my another live, which will be in 2 days. And for now, have a nice sleep. And thank you for commenting, and thank you for being here. So, we still have like those. I will pull some of the white up and down a bit, so I can connect it a bit more, because like they're more connected. It's not such a big like difference between these two parts. So we'll use the 20% of warm gray. Just gonna work on to blend out this first layers a bit. And even this color. And I hope that this video is turning out good and that you can see it well. I know that I have a reflection here which will not be there for my next live, because this is supposed to be like very dark, and it is, like I can see it like very dark, but it's not appearing. So I'm just gonna use the 70% of warm gray for this. I want to change this part a bit, so I won't be like her lips are like barely like opened, and I would just like to close them for this. I think that like the composition would look like better for this drawing. I would like to close them but still make a bit darker, like a bigger part between, and then we can go onto this part. Like this part is gonna be like pretty much dark with just a bit of things. This part would take us a bit more time. We'll use the 70% of warm gray just for a few parts, because this like it's basically highlighted because of the light. It looks good. No worries. Thank you on Mascart. Oh my god, I'm very excited that you're here. I love your work. And I was following you on like a couple of your lives, and I love like your lives. And I love your drawings, and I'm so happy that you're here. Put this white a bit more down, and just to connect these parts. It all looks like very messy now, but like once we get to that finish point, like it would be very nice. It'll look very good. For now, just like keep going. Make it like bigger. I exaggerated like the amount of these. They're much bigger than on the reference. But it's fine, as I always say, like even if you exaggerate things, like it can only look better on the actual drawing. Like it's if you exaggerate with contrast, for example, it can look like better than not exaggerating. I think like it only like it always served me, so I believe in that. I'm using the 20% of warm gray for just blending in these parts. Guys, I'm thirsty a bit, so I'm just gonna take my juice a bit. Glad to be here, prepping an oil painting while I watch listen. Hope to see you in another one of my streams. Definitely, I will be joining your next streams. I don't have a I don't have the I don't comment on streams, like even though I like watching them, and but I will definitely comment so you would know that I'm there. He said an oil painting. I always found oil painting very hard. They're easy, but they're very tricky at the same time because they're oils, so they're like you can easily work with them, but at the same time it's really hard to work with oils, and it takes like so much time to dry and to like you really need to know how to manipulate with the oils and like in a good way. So I always admired people who are able to like work with oils. I only worked a couple of times with oils, and I was happy with the result, but I was most of the times I was stressed out like working with them. I didn't have that much control over things. So I was a bit stressed out. But I really look forward like seeing that. I'm really interested to see like how that will turn out. Like why is this going green? I think I had some green over it. It's good. Oh, I managed to blend it out. So you can see like even if you make a mistake, like you can easily fix it because they're wax based, so like they can be moved around. To connect them a bit more, and these middle ones are here. This is the first one I think I ever commented on Wow, I'm honored. That is so nice of you. Thank you. That is so amazing. I don't have the, I don't know how to say that in English. I'm not used to commenting. I think that's right. I'm not used to commenting on other people's lives, even though I like watching them. Like sometimes when I draw, like I just like turn some live and then I just watch it and listen to like what people have to say. And that's really nice. Something is very wrong with this white because it keeps popping the something green, and like now I cleaned it and it's still something green. So like Prismacolor, why did you put something greenish inside of this white color? I really have to check that out. So let me just sharpen another one because I'm a hoarder when it comes to white colored pencils and the black ones. I always have a couple of like white and black. I think that all artists are big hoarders. Like I always just, I said that in one of my videos, like we always collect stuff, and like we always collect just like colors and papers and everything, and like we just like save them, like, and it's just like they're there and I'm happy. Like even though I have like 5 different papers, like I want to order like 5 just like that, just because I like to hoarder. I don't know even how to explain that, but like I always like to have something extra and more. So like whenever I need something, I'm just making sure that I have everything that I need. And I always I always need something extra. Like if I get something, I always need something extra. Like I bought some colored pencils, but then I need papers, then I need something else, and I always need something. And we are big hoarders. Like we artists are big hoarders. I have to go soon. Watching this is making me late. I'll be excitedly, sorry, waiting for your next live stream though. Thank you, Thomas, so much. And I'm sorry that this kept you and that um, this made you late. So I don't want you to be late. And see you in 2 days. This is gonna be another live in 2 days. Like we're gonna work on the hair and have fun. And I see you in my other live. I wanted to do something and then I forgot. Okay, with the 70% of gray, I wanted to do this part. It's my mother commenting. That's fantastic. Thank you, Mom. You're still following. I didn't know that you're still following this live. Like I hired my mom like for the first like 2 days ago. Like I basically hired her. I told her like you need to be on this live, so like you can send me messages if everything is all right, and if you can hear me properly, if you can see everything properly. So like she had to be there like 6 p.m. My mother, she had to be there because I basically hired her to make sure that people can hear me and see me properly. Like I was so nervous. And I hired like even one of my friends. Like he's my neighbor, but he's my friend, like one of my best friends as well. Like I told him like you really need to be there like 6 p.m. and just like send me messages that everything is all right. Um, That's very nice. She's following this with my nephew. Give him a very big kiss for me. Okay, we're gonna like basically finish this with like 70% of warm gray first, apparently, because why not? Just trying to make this a bit bigger and this a bit thinner. So I'm just trying to control that to see like which part are gonna be like lighter and which part are gonna be darker. I think this is turning out quite well for now. Okay. So I can use the white just as a base because this part is going to be a bit darker, but still I would like to have the white as just a base so we can like limit all these parts. And then we'll work with our black because this part is basically just black. Like I would like to keep as black as possible, like this part, and then the part like underneath, like this part is a bit lighter, and this part we're gonna do like pretty quickly. And I'm very excited for another live though. Like I love working on the hair, and I'm very excited for that one as well. This one didn't even finish and I'm already excited for the next one. These lives are definitely addictive. Get this a bit smaller. It's gonna be like one hell of a makeup. So I'm gonna use the black now. Where's my black? There's a train passing. I'm not sure if you can hear it, but I can hear it like for the past few minutes. So just use the black because I'm not gonna be doing any layers here. Sorry. Just want to keep it black as it can be for this part and also for this part as well. And we'll connect that with the white. I'll just follow the places, like with this black, just follow the places where you see like this, the blackest, the darkest part. I don't know if it's the right word, the blackest, not sure. But like the darkest part. There's still like a lot of things that I need to learn on English. Just need to sharpen this black. But like, yeah, the most important thing is that you can guys understand me so far. We'll do some bigger parts, some smaller parts, like it all depends. Like, it depends on your personal preference. Just play with this makeup because, like, even on the reference photo, you can see that her makeup is not even. So if you're working on this with me, just like don't pay attention to to be like 100% correct and everything has to be like even, because it doesn't. Like, that's the beauty of this reference, because this is like the makeup, and if like we want to get everything right, even if it's not even. It doesn't have to be, and that's the beauty of this reference. Definitely it doesn't have to be like, nothing has to be like even. And but it will still turn out like amazingly. It's all very clear. Your English is great. Thank you. I really appreciate that, because I still have a lot of things to learn, but like I was learning English since I was 5. I think I told that story in one of my previous lives. Like, I was learning English since I was 5. My mom and my dad, they had a video club, and I had a lot of cartoons, and I really loved watching them. But like, there are some of cartoons that were on English, and I couldn't understand them, and I was really stressed out because of it. Like, how can I, like, why am I not able to understand them? So I really wanted to learn English so I can understand like what are they speaking there, like on the cartoon. I was watching a lot of Ninja Turtles and Tom and Jerry and mm, some Disney. I was watching The Land Before Time. Like, that's one of my, like, the best cartoon ever. But I never understood those dinosaurs. I never understood them, so I was really stressed out, because some of the cartoons didn't have the titles, and that's when I started learning. And I remember, like, my grandmother, she was teaching me. She, like, her English was very nice, and she was teaching me a lot. And here I am now speaking English, like, thanks to the cartoons, actually. Thanks to Tom and Jerry and Ninja Turtles and The Land Before Time. Just named my favorite cartoons growing up. Yeah, exactly like that. Those were my favorite cartoons of all time. Like, just like Tom and Jerry were something that I always loved. But like, I always loved because I had like maybe 7 or 8 like those videotapes of Ninja Turtles, and they're like all from episodes. I had a lot of episodes, so I watched them like over and over again. And The Land Before Time is just like one of my all-time favorite cartoons ever. I loved those dinosaurs so much. I loved watching them. Now, if you remember Ducky, I love Ducky. Like, Ducky was my favorite favorite dinosaur. I love Ducky so much. Now you can just play with the black and see like where those lighter and darker parts. I watched Land Before Time more times than I could ever count. I know, me too. Like I know the first part. I know it by heart even. Like I know what they're gonna say. I know like everything was gonna happen. Like I think the second one as well. And I still have the videotapes from it. Like I saved them because my parents they closed the video club in 2002, and they told me like, okay, you have the right to pick like some of the videotapes that you want to save. And of course I saved it. Like of course I saved Ninja Turtles and Land Before Time and Tom and Jerry. Like these were just like one of my favorite things. And I still have the Land Before Time. Like I still have like the tapes of them. Just gonna make, of course, we're gonna make some creases, not of course, but creases of the lips um, over this white. I don't know why, of course, was in my mind. So we're gonna make a couple of creases like on these parts, so like they can, like that can look like the actual lips. Work just a couple of creases with the black, and the rest like we can use the some lighter tones and all the rest. So we can just like lighten some parts, like make it lighter a bit. Like I'm gonna use 20%. Just gonna make like over this black, gonna make just a few dots and bits and pieces, so we can get like that. And also I will do here to kind of blend in. Blend in this makeup here, and we will do it like I'll just put a very light, just a very light layer with this black. Just so I can blend it in with this 20%. So we don't like, we can blend in all the makeup. And as I already said, like even if it's not even, and it shouldn't be even because this is a makeup, it's good. Like don't discourage yourself if you're like in the beginning of like, or in the process of actually working on this. Like don't get discouraged because it shouldn't be even. This whole beauty of this drawing and this reference as well. I love the reference. Okay, so we'll work with our 50% of warm gray. So I'm gonna use it a bit. I'm gonna use this color a bit on the this white parts, because they're not actually white, like they're not that white, and if we give them a bit of a shade, like it would look even better. So we're gonna use it for, and even these like small creases and bits, and they will look better if they're not like 100% white. This is very, very good, and it will look like very good. Like even now it looks not the best, it will look good in the end. Most of the times I'm not satisfied with how it's looking up until the whole point, like when I actually finish and see the finished drawing, and I say to myself like, okay, this is actually not bad. So if you have that moment while you're creating, like just remember that it's completely normal and we're all going through something like that, and it's normal, and you shouldn't be like over stressing about it. I did, and then I realized that it's completely useless to stress over things which are normal. Looks nice so far, I think. Using the 70% just somewhere here. So you can get that darker shade in that part. I'm also going to be using it here. We'll still have to blend all of this part, because no matter how light this is, I would like to make it dark a bit more. Don't leave it that light. And we'll work over with our 50% of warm gray, just these ends. And just a couple of like these upper parts, so we can kind of blend everything out, because for now there are still some parts that we can actually see the tooth of the paper, and the which is not bad at all, but like once we blend everything out, like the tooth of the paper will disappear and we'll get much smoother results. And I'm just now blending with 20% of warm gray, like each and every part of these. Also blending in between of this black and white. And I was tough streaming without getting questions. So what are your goals for your art YouTube? Yeah, I'm just getting like, for now, when I'm speaking, I'm more focused on speaking, so it's fine, even if I don't get questions. Like I see that some people are looking, and there are like parts where like I get a lot of questions, and there are some parts where I don't get any questions at all, and then just like I dive into the drawing. But my goal for art, like for my channel, it would definitely be like my always had a dream that I would be able to help other people and to help the beginners and to motivate them. So I really want to make this channel like a place where artists and the beginner artists and the people who are asked, like they're in a need of um they're needing like some kind of motivation and inspiration and like to work on their self-esteem and self-worth, they can always go back to this channel. And I really want to make my art channel something like that. I mean, it's um I don't want to, you know, like go, it's not my goal to become like popular or anything like that. It's just it's I would like to help other people and to inspire other people and to make them start believing in themselves. I had a lot of issues and actually believing in myself and my self-worth, and it's all related to like mostly like my private life, but I had I had struggles with it, and I know how hard it is, and I believe that some people are also, because of their private life, they're having struggles with it. And I just want to make this YouTube channel something that can all like they can always go back to and just like follow some things and get like encouraged to just like continue and like pursue their dreams. That is definitely something that's my main goal, to make this kind of a happy, safe, motivational place for beginner artists and for like even the artists who just need a bit of a push and inspiration, because even we artists, like we're struggling with like a bit experienced artists, like we're struggling sometimes. I don't know if that is happening to you, but we're struggling with the inspiration and motivation. Like even now there are like some moments where I don't feel inspired to work at all, and there are some moments where I cannot basically sleep, I just need to work. And when things like that like they're happening, like I like to go online and to just listening to other artists, and sometimes I find what I need, so I can like return to my inspiration and my motivation is returned. And sometimes I don't find it, and then I just like stay in that place of okay, I'm just gonna wait for it to come back, and then it does. But even we are struggling with that, especially. I don't know if you remember, like how was it when we can you all hear me now? I got scared, like this stopped again, like my Wi-Fi, I think it went off again. So I got so scared. Okay, my stream is back. Oh my god, thank God. Um, okay, oh, for sure, inspiration is fleeting resource, even for me. Yeah, exactly. So, I really want, like, as for my YouTube channel, I really want to make a safe place where people can just like come back and maybe search for their inspiration and their motivation, and just like hearing some kind words and nice words can really like make your day so much better. And like, so I honestly believe that I really want to create something like that as for my channel, and to help the beginner artist in general. Like if they're struggling with something, they can let me know and I can work on the tutorials as well, and like to see what kind of tutorials would be nice for the beginner artists. We were all beginners once. Um, Doug's guitar works. Thank you so much, Doug. It says like excellent. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, and I'm very happy that you like it. Just gonna work a bit on the slider parts here, and then move it with the black. If Unmasked Art is still here, like what were your goals like when you were first starting off with? I know it's very hard um to write everything exactly, like, and like it's easier to speak, but what were like your kind of goals like when you first were starting off with your YouTube channel? Guys, I don't know if you are like, I don't know how long are you here, but um, whoever is new here, just go and search for Unmasked Art. Like he has some amazing tutorials and lives as well. And he's such an amazing artist, and I love his streams and I love his work, and he's a master when it comes to colored pencils and when it comes to like basically anything in general when it comes to art. Make sure to check him out, definitely. Make sure to check him out, to check his work. Okay, it's important that we are back. Working with the black. Slowly starting to turn out good. I can make these parts a bit darker, like just these, so you can get that kind of form of the actual like lips, even though they're not seen. Like it's nice to have that, and it's like this the part where it's like very black. I started mine as a hobby because I just like watching drawing time lapses. I was in university for mathematics. All right, wow, mathematics. I intended on teaching math, but now I teach art. Wow, wow, that's amazing. Like, what a transition from mathematics to art. That's really amazing. I was so ridiculous when it comes to mathematics. Like, I was like studying economics, like my high school, and we had a lot of math there. That was so ridiculous. Like I couldn't, like I did, I, like I'm not like I don't say like mean, but I hated that part. Like because I was so annoyed by all the numbers and like the complications and everything. So I really admire people who can just like sit and solve math issues and math problems. But what a transition! And like I'm very happy that you made that transition because like I really love your art, and not being here in the whole YouTube and the whole art scene would be such a shame. So like I'm very happy that you actually made the transition. You're making this whole art scene much nicer and better place. I got so caught up in this makeup still. And I want to like make these parts a bit darker because I can see like it's like a reflection. It's like we have these lighter parts here, we can have darker parts there, so we can make a kind of 3D effect. And also these parts are very dark. And just like build up slowly, build up, like go and like in between of, oh, thank you, I think you are making it a better place also. Thank you so much. I really like I really appreciate that. And it's coming from you. It really encourages me even more to continue working on all of this. Just make this a bit darker as well. To lift that dark part a bit up. And let me see. Even here. I will use the 50% for these ones as well. Like they're pretty light, but I would still like to have just a few darker parts and shades. And here as well, like I don't know why I left this white. And make that a bit darker. I'll blend this out with the 20% of warm gray. Just checking if I'm still there, if the connection then went off again. Okay. Like even the edges, you feel free to smudge them like in between. Sometimes it's got like to get like all smudged and like I think it looks like so much better. Even here, like there's like darker part. And now we can work again with our 20%. Just correct it a bit with 50 and then make this even more visible. And it's pretty dull, so just like use the 50% here so like I can make it a bit darker, just to blend this part in between. I can make these parts a bit bigger. I'll use the 50% on this one, and I'm gonna finish it with 20. Nice. I think it's nice for now. Just observing it a bit so I can see like what else should I do. And we can work with our black on top of this one. And also like 50% of warm gray. And I will mix that with the black. I'll also work on this part, like even this part is not there, like I would work on this part, like I would put a very light black part so I can blend that out, kind of combine it like with the rest of, kind of blend it in, like once you blend these darker parts. So like you would get a feeling that that's the part of the actual like makeup. No, with the 50% we're continuing. And then we can work a bit on each and every this white part. A bit bigger. We're almost close to finishing this part, and for this part we're not gonna be needing that much time, and we're almost near the end of this live. I think I've been live for, I think that the first one was about an hour, and this one will be over 2 hours, so that is definitely, and it passed like so fast, like I don't know like where the time went. As they say, like time flies when you're having fun, like it really does. It really does. I'll just blend everything out with the 20% of a warm gray. And these parts as well. Just kind of blend them in between. Even these parts too. Can still work a bit on this like darker part of the lips. So we can get like that feeling that this is like these are the lips. We can work on that. I think that this is better, like that. And we'll use the 50% so we can finish this, like this part, and then we're gonna blend this. And can work this, like just leave some parts like very light and get some parts dark, and we'll get a very nice result. Like I'm using the black to just like make some parts darker. You can again leave some parts lighter. It's like kind of smudged and a bit darker. I think that this is supposed to be a bit darker too. Like that. And I will start working on the down part now, and then we will see, like maybe we will correct some parts like along the way, but I think that we're close to finish, like actually finishing this. I'm gonna use the 20% of warm gray just like for these edges, and then we're gonna work with 50% on this part here. Let me just see where that dark part is. We're gonna like do like this. I'm not pressing it hard, I'm just like, that's really important in the beginning, not to press your pencils hard. Just like limit the places where you want those darker parts to be. Even here, I want this to be a bit darker. Okay. Now I want to use the 10% of warm gray. Just try and connect and go over a bit this like very like the black part, because we want to kind of connect them. We want to be able to connect everything. And then once you're done with this, just make some room for the white as well, because that part is a bit lighter. I'm just gonna use the white. And you can also smudge the makeup. Like I'm trying to smudge it like as much as I can, because I want to leave those like very sharp edges in between. I want to like just smudge all of them, like so everything can be like connected. All the makeup and everything else, like I really want to make that. Just trying to connect it a bit more. I'm still using my white. I will release the pressure somewhere here. I will switch on to 10%. Connect these two parts. And I'll go with the white again. This makeup turned out very nice. I am happy with how this turned out, honestly. I don't know if this can be like seen properly on the live, because I'm having a very small image at the moment, like I'm gonna see it after, but I truly hope that you can see it like the way how I see it. I will definitely post the finished piece on in the community section. Amna, I think I hope I said your name correctly. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, please. This looks so good. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I'm really happy that you like it. I'm gonna use the 20% of warm gray. For this part. And let me see, I'm gonna use it for this part as well. We're just gonna connect, make sure to connect it. You did say my name right. Oh my god, that's very nice. I'm always worried that I wouldn't say names like properly. And read names properly. That was like, though I did say, like, I had a couple of lives on Instagram, and I like did say a couple of times, I did say a few names like wrong, but I think that that's normal. We all have a lot of different, like, for example, my real name is Milica. It's not Mima. Mima is my nickname. I'm given by my great grandfather, and in his honor, I wanted to represent like I was very attached to my great grandfather, and I like wanted to honor him by using Mima as the way of representing myself to the world. But my real name is Milica, and Mima is the nickname of Milica. And like when people are like hearing my name, they're either pronouncing it as Melissa or Milika. There was like one person who pronounced it like Malaika. So I was like, Malaika, that's a very actually it's a very cool name. But it's not how you actually pronounce it. And so it was like very easy for me to just go like with Mima, because most of the people would just like pronounce it Mima, and I really wanted to honor my great grandfather. Um, Back at that point, like I didn't even cross my mind that people would just like pronounce like the people would just pronounce my name wrong. So they did, but I really like that. I found that like very cute. Definitely Mima is much easier. And I prefer it, honestly. When I was little, I didn't let anyone like calling me different names than Mima, because that was like I kept saying like it's what my great grandfather gave it to me, and I just want for everybody to keep calling me Mima. I love my great grandfather. I just like to put a bit of 10% of warm gray over this white, just a bit, to kind of connect it. And I think that I have a part of the colored pencils in my hair. Just saw it, like a white part. Okay. Let me see. Let me like can finish off. So this left part, like our left part of that black, is smaller than the right part. But of course you can create it however you want. This is all going to be like a very dark part. I'm gonna work on that even more, like once we start with our hair. Can make it like that big. And I will just sharpen this black and do the other part. I would limit this as well and make it a bit darker because of the hair, and this is the part where it's gonna be darker. Now we need to be careful. Because this part is smaller, but still it's visible. Of course you can make it bigger. Maybe we can make it a bit bigger. And then I will just press the pencil a bit harder and finish it with a bit lighter 50%. These parts are lighter, and with 20. And just to even the edges. And to limit them. And I think that this would be all for today's live. Thank you for coming back. Wow, very beautiful drawing and coloring. First time I see a lifetime. Oh my god, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I'm very happy that you like this live and that you like this drawing. Like I really I tried my best to make it like to look nice. I truly hope I will manage to do it. Like if there's gonna be another live in 2 days, like we're gonna work on the hair and we're gonna have some fun with the hair. I'm gonna change things a bit. And I think that this would be all. I truly hope that you... Okay, I'm back. I truly hope that you enjoyed this live. And if you are following this drawing, I truly hope that you managed to get to this point, coming together very nicely. Enjoyed the stream. Hope to see you soon. Thank you so much on Mascart, and I definitely will see you soon in your live. And thank you so much for being here and watching this and liking my work. I really appreciate that. I'm very grateful. And see you soon. I did enjoy it. Keep doing what you do. Thank you so much. I really appreciate, guys, all of your kind comments and kind words. And I'm very excited that you are all here. And thank you so much for following this live. Thank you so much for following this tutorial if you did follow it. And I see you again in 2 days. My mother, she's still following this. Mom, thank you so much. I'm so proud. Thank you, Mom. I really appreciate that. It's amazing how you're still following this. Thank you guys so much. And I see you in my other live. I just need to see like how I can turn this off now by myself. And this is my friend, Dragutin. Yay! This is my friend and my neighbor who are all I was telling you that I hired him to follow the first live stream so he can check if all of it would be alright. So he just joined. Thank you. Alright guys, see you in another live. Bye bye.